Thank you for listening to Depictions Media Radio. Okay, and after a brief hiatus, we are back. We are continuing forward with our internet radio project. Okay, so trust. From Wikipedia, in the social context, trust has several connotations. The definitions of trust typically refer to a situation characterized by the following aspects. One party trustor is willing to rely on the actions of another party trustee. The situation is directed to the future. In addition, the trustor voluntarily or forcibly abandons control over actions performed by the trustee. As a consequence, the trustor is uncertain about the outcome of the actions. They can only be evaluated in inspections. The uncertainty involves a risk of failure or harm to the trustor if the trustee will not behave as desired. That sounds confusing, doesn't it? We'll clear it up. So, and as a quote, love yourself for who you are and trust me. If you are happy within, you are the most beautiful person, and your smile is your best asset. And that is from Elena de Cruz. Okay. So why would I pick that quote to go with that mess of whatever it is about trust? Trust is not an easy thing. It is also something that usually people earn because they have expressed the ability to as it says, you're allowing the person to act on your behalf, or allowing them to act in a manner that will not harm you, even though their actions are uncertain and they may actually harm you. You're trusting. Wow, you see, you can't. It's hard to even talk about trust without using the word trust. Trust means that you don't know what the end outcome is going to be, and that you're just hoping that it's going to be what you want. So, why should we trust? Well, when we trust, we can actually delegate tasks to other people, especially if you're out there, you're an entrepreneur. It's like everything is on you in that business. But if you trust others to help you, that you can pass them a directed task, that you will have a favorable outcome with that particular task. And that's one of the reasons why we should trust. You're in a business, you have to trust others around you to be able to help you make that business grow and thrive. We trust people, and hey, I'm a journalist, so I trust people to tell the truth, to actually tell me, give me the right facts, lead me down the right way, so that I have an informative story for you people out there who are actually listening to me, or reading me, or however that may actually work out. That's trust. One of the ultimates in trust that I've found out recently is the idea of trust that someone will act on your behalf after you have passed on in a favorable manner. So there's a lot of different things to trust, and we should trust. And when we allow ourselves to love ourselves, trust becomes easier to find. One of the trust is kind of like love in this respect. That if you do not have self-trust, it's hard for you to find it in others. So it's something that has to start from within you and then come forward. And that's something that a lot of us, maybe as entrepreneurs, may have actually trouble with. It's like, oh, how many times have you heard it, that if I want something done right, I have to do it myself? No one else can do that exactly the way I want it done. There are two things one of the really big things that entrepreneurs always tell themselves, that, and it leads down the rabbit hole of no one else can help you. You aren't helpable. So when we trust, we allow ourselves to open up that task and allow that task to go into the hands of someone else who can perform for us, thus allowing us the ability to do other things that may be needed within our business. Maybe doing those things that we're really good at, so that we can pass on some of those with trust. We can pass on some of those other tasks that we may not be so good at, but they definitely need to get done. Owning a business has a lot of paperwork behind it, and we need to pass that paperwork on to others who may be better at it than us. Maybe the paperwork part is what you're good at. So take care of the paperwork part and allow some of the other tasks to happen within your business. The marketing, the selling, that sort of thing, to be passed on to others. In this particular business that I'm in as a journalist and doing the internet radio and developing other shows and things like that, there are tasks that I have to actually pass on because it's really hard to keep up. But I had to trust others to take care of that for me. Some of that is paperwork because, hey, I may be good at a lot of things. The paperwork is probably one of them that I'm not really good at. So I pass that task on to the next person. The intros and outros, I can't do them all myself as we make more and more shows. So I'll have to pass that task on to someone else. The more in your business that you become more of the overseeing person, the more your business will thrive, and that takes trust. So allow yourself to trust. Allow those things to pass on. You need to hold that sort of thing deep inside of you, though. And if you can't trust yourself, then you're not going to be able to trust others to help you. And you'll need that help as your business actually grows. So, one of the things that that happened to do over the weekend was really cool, because it was courage coaching. And it's really cool that Lanny Galera, who I actually have interviewed on this particular show once before, is packaging this as courage coaching. She's not saying it's fear relief coaching or any of those other things that you might hear people say, but she's packaging it as courage coaching. And courage coaching, the way she's packaging it, means there has to be a lot of trust. You have to trust in her methods. But how do we know that we can trust Lanny to help us choose courage over fear? Well, some of the things that we might look at is, let's look at Lanny's track record as a human being. Now, for the most part, Lanny falls down, as she puts it, she falls down for a living, and that means that she does a lot of movie stunts. Okay, so we know that she has courage because she does movie stunts. Okay, so how do we know that her process is going to actually work for us? And that's the whole point. When you start with someone's coaching process, we don't know it's going to work for us unless we open ourselves up with trust. And that's one of the points. We have to actually trust that something is going to work before we can allow it to work. And of course, as Lanny would put it, that would take courage. We have to choose courage. Choosing courage can lead to choosing trust, which will lead to our success. So, I kind of wrap things up. Courage equals trust, which brings our success. And that's the whole thing. So you have to actually first trust yourself so that you can trust others, so that you can open yourself up to help, which brings us to our success. And with that, I am going to let everyone go now, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Depictions Media Radio.